Hey guys, and welcome back to the studio. This is Tony. I normally don't do a lot of unboxing of some of the equipment that I get or anything, but this particular video light, I want to do an unboxing just to see what's inside the box and what all I get with this particular light kit that I want to use when I'm doing video production and podcasting and different things like that. So just want to get an extra light just to see how it's going to make my video production and everything look good, along with the other lights that I already have. But I want to do just an unboxing of this one just to see what's inside the box and what I get. So let's start by opening everything up and see what we got inside the box. First thing is got the user manual, because that's the first and foremost. Got that. We'll read over that a little bit later. Just want to take everything out of the box and see what we've got. This looks like some kind of little soft diffuser that I can put over the light itself. So we're going to see how that turns out. And let's start digging in and see what we got. We'll have to pull out a little bit at a time. Okay, get rid of some of this foam. Okay, first thing, it's a light reflector, which is good. And one thing that I like about this, is the reason why I purchased this particular one, is because it has a Bowens mount. So that means I can put some of my Bowens reflectors and soft boxes on here to use it as a soft box and soften up the light a little bit. So I'm glad it's got that. Put that down for a minute. I'm going to set this other stuff down to the side for just a second. See what the next thing we have in the box here. See what we got. These seem like they might be the gels and the reflector. Yep. Set the box down here. Okay. So we've got a reflector here, barn door reflector, and it's got a grid in there, so that's good to use. The barn doors. There's the barn door and everything that we use for that, for putting it on, mounting it on the reflector. So that'll just mount right on that. Set that down for a second. Like I said, I've already got a grid attached to it already. Set that aside. And then we have some gels that we can use. You can see that there's a red gel, there's a green, we have a blue, and then we have a yellow. So we can use all of those to change up the look of the scene with the lighting. So we can use those gels if we want to, and we can also put them in with the grid so we can get directional lighting using that grid that's on there. So that'll give it more of a spotlight or directional light that we're going to be using for that. So we got the gels so far. We've got the reflector, and we've got a softbox or barn doors that we can use here. I don't know why I said reflector before or whatever I said, but we got the barn doors and we got a grid on the inside that we can use that grid right there. And let's see what else we have. The next thing should be is the light. I see something that I didn't expect, which is cool. Comes with a remote control. So that is really cool. I'm assuming that we can use that to adjust the lighting and everything. Say if I'm sitting over here and the light's over there, I can use this remote control to control the light settings and everything. So that's really good. I like that idea. So put that to the side. And the next thing, let's see what we've got. Should be the light itself. that out without dropping it. Okay, I can sit this box down to the side for a minute. Okay, there's the power cord. Got that. And let's pull out the light. Okay. So this is the actual light itself. So this is the unboxing of everything. We've got the light. And I'm going to do one thing just real quick. Just to put this reflector on. I want to see if it's going to just snap on real quick and easy. There we go, right there. Okay, so that's the reflector on the light. And this is nice Veedi, if that's how you pronounce it. We are going to put everything on there and test it out in a little bit, but I want to do the unboxing just so you see everything that you get in here. So you've got the light itself. Got the reflector attached to it. Got the barn doors that I can put on it. It'll be on there like that. The barn doors and the reflector grid. I can take the grid off and just use the light itself and put some of those gels on there. That's that. And then again, we've got the reflector gels that we can use, the different colors, 4 different colors there. We got the power cord. We've got a remote control. I doubt if they have batteries in it, so it probably looks like it's got about, oh, let me see. It's already halfway open, so let's see. Nope, no batteries in there, so I can put a couple of AAA batteries in there, and we'll be good to go with that. That's ready. And again, we have the user manual, and I'm just going to open this up real quick just to see this little soft reflector pouch. I think that just goes over the front of the reflector just to soften the light a little bit. Yep, that looks like that's what that will do. So that's a little, goes over the reflector to soften that light up. And this is what we got. This is what comes in the kit. I'm going to put it together in a little bit. I got an extra light stand that I can use, but I'm going to put it all together and see how everything looks. And I'll let you see the end results once I put everything together and take a look at the user manual and just see if there's anything in specific that I need to do to get it up and running. And we're going to try it all out and see what we come up with. So stay tuned for the next video on once I put it all together, and we'll test out the lighting and everything and maybe pop on a couple of gels and see how it looks. So stay tuned and we'll come back with some more and let you see the end results once we put everything together in just a moment in the next video. All right, welcome back. So we've got the light mounted on a tripod. I got a nice sturdy tripod that I've got it mounted on. Got everything connected. I've got the power cable connected to it, and we're going to turn it on. I've got it on right now, but and you can hear a little bit of fan. I don't know if you can hear that in this with the audio, but we got a fan going. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go. I've got the TV going watching the Lions game, but I'm gonna put that on mute just so you can hear me real good. Give me 1 second. All right, so we are back now. And maybe you can hear that fan just a little bit, and that's a nice little touch that they have to it to keep it nice and cool. These are LED lights, I think they are, so it makes it a little bit easier. They don't get hot and bright. They don't get really hot like a normal light would, so this is a real good thing. It's very nice and lightweight, nice and portable. Now I'm going to turn it on, and I don't have it lit on me. I've got it going against the background, so you should see a nice difference in the color scheme with the background once I turn it on with the remote control. Okay, there we go. So you can see that it's fairly bright. I'm going to turn it towards me just a little bit, just so you can see how bright it is. That is a really bright light. I'm going to turn it back this way because it is super bright, which is a good thing. And even with that soft reflector on there, you can see that it's still nice and bright, and it lights up that background really good. So if we decide to put the barn door reflector on it, along with that grid, you'll be able to adjust the lighting that way and everything, and we can throw those reflectors on there and just see what a difference it makes just using those different reflectors and the gel and everything. So we're gonna take another quick break. I'm going to see if I can mount this barn door on there and see what the results is when I do that. So we're gonna come right back after this. I'm gonna make a quick change. Okay, we're back, and now I've got the barn doors attached to it. I'm gonna just show you how that looks. And it's got that reflector grid on there too. Just gonna give you a little bit of, just so you can see that just a little bit. You can see that reflection in there. You can see the grid is in there. We're gonna turn that back around so it's not too bright for the light, but you can see it on me. And you can see how it's got that directional light on that background, so it's more like a spot. And if I want to, I can adjust the grids on it. I can adjust the barn doors, where I can change that lighting just a little bit, make it a little bit more narrow. You can see it's a lot narrow compared to where it was before. Let me open it back up, and you can see how big the light is now compared to where it was, using those barn doors to just direct the light more in the direction that you want. So we can put those and just make it a lot more directional spotlight. So that's how you can use the barn doors. And like I said, it's got a little bit of, you can hear the fan going a little bit, which is cool. It keeps it nice and cool. And we're gonna take the barn doors off, and I'm gonna see if I can put a reflector on there and change the color. So we're gonna do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and as you can see now, I've got a red gel on there, and you can see it on the background. You can see how it's got that background lit up in a little spot. And I'm gonna turn it around a little bit just so you can see it. You see the reflection on me, and you can just see that red gel that's on there. I'm gonna turn it all around so you can just see it just a little bit, but you can see that red gel reflection. And the cool thing about that too, with the gels, when you put them on, you can keep the grid on there, and you can attach the gels on, because it's magnetized. So when you click them in place, it just locks in. You don't have to worry about them falling out. So again, we can change the lighting scheme on it, where we can make that a little bit more directional, a lot smaller. So that is the red gel. We are going to switch it out, and we're going to put a different color gel in there. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can do this while I've got everything going, so the light is not bright on you. Okay, so you can see it's white again, and we are going to use a green reflector, and it should snap right in. And there you go. You can see the reflection is using the green gel now. So we can change it up to give it a nice cinematic look, depending on what we're doing, or if we want to just change the color of the background. Say for example, if I were using a solid white background, I can just throw this on there, and it'll just give it a nice spot on that white background, give a totally different color. So that's how quick and easy and simple it is to do. So I'm going to change the gel again and put another one on there. I'm going to put the other color on there. That is green. We're going to put the blue on there. We did the red already. Okay, so we'll put the blue on. And again, you can hear it snaps right in place. Get that. And there's your blue gel. There is the blue color. I'm going to turn that around a little bit so you can see that. You can see the blue gel a little bit. And we'll turn it around. And we're going to change one more time with the other gel. And let's see. We're going to change to the yellow. So all of these come with it. Okay, there we go. And there is the yellow spotlight. So it's that quick and simple and easy to put it together. It didn't take no time at all to put everything together, the unboxing and everything. So, and bought this off of Amazon. The price was about $100. I had a little bit of a discount, so caught a little sale on it. It's really nice. I think I'm going to use it quite a bit for some of the production stuff that I'm going to be doing. And just can't wait to really start testing it out and seeing what I come up with. So just wanted to put this together for you just to let you see how it works and how it looks once you put everything together. And I'm going to change one more thing real quick. Just let me take this out, this yellow reflector gel out. Okay, and we've got that bright white. And if I want, what I can do, I can take that grid out and just have really, really bright. I'm not going to take it out right now, but you can have a really bright. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can take it out real quick while I've got you here. I'm just going to take the barn door off. And you got that really bright. See, this is the reflector, this is the honeycomb grid, so that just snaps right out. And then if I want, I can just put the barn door back on there. And I've got the barn door on. And we just got a solid bright light, which might have me in a little bit of a silhouette depending on how the camera is picking up everything, because I'm just using the one camera. But you can see that I can narrow this down so we can get that beam of light to just go directional into a spot, and that lights it up just like that. And that is without having anything on the light at all. The last thing that I'm going to do, I want to mount one of my soft boxes on it and see how it looks once I do that. So I'm going to turn the light off for just a moment. See if I can get it to turn off. Okay, turn the light off for just a moment. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of my soft boxes and see if I can mount that on there and see how it looks. So we're going to try that and see how it looks, and then we'll be right back after this. All right, we are back. And like I said, I bought this particular light because it had Bowens mount adapter. And a lot of the flash units and light units that I use do use the Bowens mount. So that was one of the reasons why I got this particular one. And as you can see, I've got this Bowens softbox attached to it. I'm going to flip it all the way around so you can see it. That is the softbox there. And I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to blind you for a second. And that's pretty good. That lights up pretty good. You probably can't see me because of the reflection and everything is metering for this flash. So I'm going to, metering for the light rather. I'm going to turn it off for a second. So it got me back in the shot, and we're going to move it around and put it on the background and see how it looks. So we can use this as a main light if we want to when we're doing video production. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit, tighten it up so it doesn't move. And now I got it on the background. turn it on, and you can see that that background is lit up once again. So we can use a softbox. I can put a grid on that softbox as we want to get more directional lighting and everything. But this is a pretty good setup, pretty good video light that I can use. It's a nice little, it's called Nice Veedi. Like I said, it's about $100. I got it off of Amazon, so you can go on there. I'll put the link on there so you can check it out if you want to. I may eventually get me another one, just so you know. I might buy me another one because I really like it, and it can really come in handy and with the production work that I'm trying to do and everything. So let me just move it around a little bit more so you can see how it's lighting up that background. It's just a nice video light to use for production work. And like I said, any type of Bowens mount adapter. You can use a parabolic softbox like this, or you can just use a regular softbox, or even one of those panel softboxes with the grid on it. You can use anything like that. I've got a couple of different softboxes here that I can use. But this works well. This works well. Let me turn this light off for a second, and you can see the difference. So you can see the difference, but you can see that reflection from the other lights that I'm using here, but you can see the reflection on the background. Let me just turn this around this way so you can see it a little bit. You can see the light and everything. Tighten this up. So it's got some special effects, a couple of special effects that you can use also with the remote control. You can brighten or dim the light on it if you want to. It's got a special effects button that you can use, that you can change the color scheme and different things like that. So looks pretty good. I'm going to test it out a little bit more and see what else it can do, but just wanted to break it apart and just show you what it can do. Like I said, I got it off of Amazon for $100, and I just wanted to see really what type of kit it was and how it can work with me and my production work and things like that. So look, that's going to be pretty good. One thing I will say about the user manual is that it is very basic. It's got maybe 3 pages where it tells you about this 1, 2, 3 pages of instructions in English. So a lot of it you probably do have to play around with it a lot just to see how it works and everything, but it's very simple, very easy to use. It's very easy to mount all these different things on here. The gels are easy to mount on, the reflector, the barn doors, all that is very easy to connect and disconnect. And also it's easy to attach and to take off these soft boxes, anything that you want to use like that for additional light. So I would give this, without even putting it through the whole test and everything, without shooting some video production and seeing how it looks, right now, putting everything together and the way that it works, I'd give it a 9 out of a 10. That's just my opinion right now on what this can do. And I'm really pleased with it. From what I can see so far, it looks pretty good. Looks like it's pretty stable. It's nice and steady. It's made pretty good. It's made out of like hard plastic. I didn't expect anything to be really heavy metal or anything like that for what it's going to be used for. But it's nice and stable. All you need to do is get you a nice, steady and heavy tripod stand to hold it up real good and everything. And you shouldn't have any problem with it. You can put it up in one spot and you're good to go. So this is going to be a nice addition to what I'm using and what I'm doing with my video production with me and my son here in the studio. So I just want to, like I said, just do an unboxing just to see what came in the kit, and then just put it together and see what it looks like. So this is the results. So like I said, I'm really pleased with the results so far, and I think it's going to be a nice addition to my video production work and everything. And more than likely I will be purchasing another one within the next, in the near future. I just put it that way. In the near future, hopefully I can get one on sale again and still get it at the same price. So we'll see what happens. And if you like this video, if you think this will be useful for you, comment for sure. Continue to like, subscribe, follow along. If you think this is something that might be handy for you, definitely check it out. I definitely give it 9 out of 10 stars right now. Very easy and simple to set up. If you're using any kind of Bowens mounts, this will work really good for you, and this will be a great starter light to use for your video production, podcasting, and things like that. I don't plan on using it for doing photography work. I may use it to get some still shots when I set up the whole production set and everything, just to get some snapshots to use for cover photos and things like that. But for as a regular photography production, I've got my regular lights that I'm going to be using for that, my strobes. But this will be a nice light to use for video production and everything. And like I said, let me know what you think. Put down in the comments, let me know what you think about this setup, this little kit, and what you think about it. So it's got different settings on the back as well that you can use. So it's got 30K, 56K, 100K that you can use and everything. So you can adjust a lot of different things on it. And then when you're not using it, what you can do, one of the things that I like about it too is I've got it on, but the light's not on. So I can just use the remote control to turn the light on. And let's see. And that'll turn the light on just like that. And then just turn it back off. And when you're not using it, just turn it off completely. And that turns it off. And as you can hear, the fan goes out. And you can break it down, put it away, and be ready to set up. Or you can leave it set up wherever you want to use it, where you don't have to break it down or anything like that. So let me know what you think. I'm really curious to see what you think about this particular light and the setup and everything and how you can use it. Thanks again for watching this production of TV34 Studios, and stay tuned for more coming in the near future. Hopefully you like this.